RHOM's Lisa Hochstein files legal complaint against ex-Lenny over size of new home and accuses him of not paying her rent increase as he fires back. The Real Housewives of Miami star Lisa Hochstein's divorce from Lenny Hochstein has been finalized for several months now. However, it seems the former couple's issues are ongoing, as she recently filed a legal complaint against him regarding the home he's building for her. Lisa and Lenny announced that they were going their separate ways in May 2022. Their divorce was then finalized in November 2024, with one of the stipulations being that he build a home for her and their children. Now, according to US Weekly, Lisa and her legal team filed court documents against Lenny on August 28. In them, she accused her former husband of being in contempt of court due to not adhering to their divorce agreement. She states that this is the case for two reasons. First, Lenny was required to pay $17,000 per month toward her rent until her home was built. According to the agreement, the amount was supposed to increase if her rent increased. Additionally, he was supposed to buy a land on South Shore Drive or somewhere near Star Island in Miami. The documents state, the home must be constructed in an architectural style and manner similar to their previous home. Regarding the home, Lenny was not only in charge of the construction but also of all the required permits, and it was supposed to be entered into a trust for the kids, with Lisa having exclusive use of it until their youngest turned 18. The problem is that the home that Lenny has begun building isn't comparable enough to their previous home, according to Lisa. Additionally, her rent has increased from $32,000 per month to $33,000 per month, and she says he's refused to pay the difference. She claims Lenny has refused to pay the rent increase, despite his ability to comply. It's also worth noting that the home was supposed to be completed on or before June 23, 2025. Regarding the future home, it was supposed to include 6 bedrooms, a waterfront view, and a guest house. Instead, the one he's building only has 2 stories rather than a 2-story home with an additional understory, has no guest home, has 5 bedrooms rather than 6 bedrooms, has a driveway which accommodates approximately 1/3 of the cars it is supposed to, has a smaller pool, is not waterfront, and happens to be across from a very noisy high school where band practice is held. Lisa says she has voiced her complaints, and he replied, "The house will be ready in 2 to 3 months, at which point I will not pay your rent." She calls his actions a deliberate attempt to deprive her and their kids of their original agreement. Lisa says he's doing this to spite her and to create instability in her home environment. The RHOM star also highlighted his reported net worth of $175 million and says she does not know where she is going to live and what to expect, which is exactly what the settlement was trying to avoid. Her attorney also said, furthermore, having a stable home is a requirement for her job as a TV personality, which is the way she earns her livelihood. Since the divorce was finalized, Lenny has engaged in a deliberate pattern of noncompliance. In response, Lenny stated, "None of this is true. Lisa is the one who has breached the agreement, which is why we have a hearing later this month. I have complied with every aspect of the agreement." He continued, "The home she is referring to is 5,215 square feet in comparison to the home I am building, which is 5,074 square feet with an additional 480 square feet attached garage. So if you include that, the house I am building is larger in size." According to Lenny, the future home will be worth between $7 million and $9 million. He added, "The fact that Lisa finds this to be not enough for her should tell you everything you need to know about the kind of person she is." Lenny also states that Lisa's current boyfriend, Jody Glidden, sold his home and moved in with Lisa, so for the past 2 years, I have been paying his rent as well. Lisa continues to accuse me of things that are false. He then said, "It is my intention to continue to pay rent so Lisa and Jody can live in comfort until the nearly $10 million home is ready, at which point Lisa will be able to live in luxury with Jody." Lisa's attorney, Paris DeMad, then responded to Lenny, saying, "Lenny's self-serving statements are nothing more than distractions designed to deflect from one simple truth. He's not complying with the marital settlement agreement. He has failed to uphold his end of the deal, depriving Lisa of her benefit of the bargain and forcing her to waste time and resources in court to enforce what he already agreed to." The lawyer continued, "To be clear, this isn't about the house not being enough. This is about upholding a contract. The marital settlement agreement required a home built to specific architectural standards and approved plans." Paristu went on, "Perhaps the most telling part is that, despite his self-proclaimed net worth of $175 million, Lenny has stopped paying rent for the home where his 2 children live, despite his contractual obligation to do so, forcing Lisa to file yet another motion and return to court. Finally, it is apparent that Lenny hates nothing more than a woman who refuses to be controlled. Lisa is standing up for fairness, accountability, her children's future, and the rule of law against a man who believes the rules simply do not apply to him."